Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, I offer my humble obeisance, my humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And I welcome each and every one of you who is joining with us from across the world in so many different locations, in different time zones, from all of the different social media platforms, from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and as well as all of the various different de facto KAILASA embassies located across the world, and each and every one of you who is joining us from the comfort of your own home as well. Perhaps you might be scrolling through the internet and come upon this video, or you have gotten a notification. I welcome each and every one of you right now for this divine experience as we are about to enter this Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. And many of us are still reeling, still in a high from the recent festivities of the Jayanti celebrations, and still having the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism vividly in your eyes. And so much has been happening in the last 24 hours that I'm sure everyone is still in that high, in that most joyous moment still, and we're still in that beautiful space. And now we're continuing our program for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. And we're going to be understanding more of the revelations that Devi Parashakti has given as a guidance for our own life, and a way that we can apply the most ultimate guidance in this day and age into our lives. And I'm sure that each and every one of you has been able to at least once see the Devi Parashakti Bhavasamadhi Darshan, which has been happening over the course of the last 6 to 7 months. And every single day, every single darshan, we've had a beautiful experience to connect with the Divine Mother. And the Divine Mother, connection with the Divine Mother, that aspect of connection with the divine is actually something that is very unique to Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and something the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving for the last 27 years. Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the cosmic mother, and she is the source Shakti. It is her cosmic womb, the Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes comes out and goes in. She is the source of the Big Bang and black hole, and Parashakti is the main deity and sacred feminine and divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity of Hinduism. And the first and foremost relationship is mother. The ability to learn, the idea to relate starts with mother. your mother is too important of a way to connect with what you think as life. In the Vedic tradition, our rishis were very aware that your ability to connect with the mother should be directed towards the cosmos. It should inspire and it should awaken your higher consciousness. It should awaken your higher consciousness to express through you. And connecting with life as the mother is the sweetest, most beautiful, easiest form to ever connect. And today, out of his extreme love and compassion, the Supreme Fount of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to all of our prayers and healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. So now let us understand what is the darshan experience and what does it do for us? Sama is oneness and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. And Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through a certain aspect. And darshan means to have a glimpse of. In the Vedic tradition, it is used to describe the moment that we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or enlightened being. As just seeing of such a being can cleanse karmas of lifetimes and create deep and lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is a powerful superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan just as the sun continues to radiate light. The auspicious moment when the receiver is able to catch it becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting a reset button for your very being. And divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from KAILASA, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara, the deities, and through the Bhavasamadhi Darshans, the Nijavataras. And how exactly does it work, you might ask? Well, Bhavasamadhi Darshan is the science of Nijavatara manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness. It is where formless, the being of Paramashiva, expresses through the Divya Sarira and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, for us to experience Paramashiva. And as an example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Raja Rajeshwari, manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi. The Archavatara reflects the consciousness and manifestation, the being of superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive that higher level energy, that experience from the Archavatara directly. The avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create an experience of superconscious energy inside of all of us. And as an example, the Supreme Fount of Hinduism at the mere age of 10 years old had the darshan of Devi Parashakti in the Unnamalayam shrine of the Arunachaleshwara temple. In this way, he received the higher level experience of superconsciousness from the Archavatara, the deity directly. And now today, the Supreme Fount of Hinduism as the avatar is bridging the gap between us and that superconscious energy and ensuring that each and every one of us have that same darshan, that same experience of superconscious energy as we have darshan of the Supreme Fount of Hinduism himself in the Bhava Samadhi of Devi, in Devi Parashakti Akashic readings. And the Bhava Samadhi Darshan does so many things in order to awaken your potential. It awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is your latent potential energy in every human being. And it does many things. It even awakens the 463 extraordinary powers of Paramashiva, and also it visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. And during the darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. And this happens through a physiological phenomenon called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just through the act of seeing. Just by merely observing the avatar, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. And Swamiji is revealing what is called the Akashic readings during these intense moments of darshan. Akashic readings, as you might have thought before, is not a prediction. It is a reading from cosmic archives. And beyond the dimension of space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. And because Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, no present, and no future, because all of that is associated with time. So that is why everything that you call as past, everything that you call as present, and whatever you think is yet to happen as the future, all of it is clearly recorded. Yes, and that is how Devi Parashakti accesses the cosmic archives, and as of course herself, the wielder of time itself, she's able to change it for you and rewrite your past, present, and future. So now with this, let us understand briefly more about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who brought this Devi Parashakti Akashic reading and gifted it to humanity once again. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of KAILASA, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, as per Hinduism, recognized from birth itself by his predecessors, who are enlightened masters and the most spiritually influential people in the 20th century. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities as a lifestyle for the whole of humanity. And a part of the immense amount of contribution to the whole world. And Hinduism itself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has revived the ancient Enlightenment ecosystems, the ancient kingdoms of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the KAILASA Shamalapita Sarvagnapitam, which is the oldest Hindu papal state and monastic kingdom, after which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began serving and doing the religious and socio-spiritual activities, taking care of all of the temples under the purview of the Madurai Adinam and this kingdom. And as well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the successor of the Arunachala Sarvagnapitam by his Guru Parampara at the age of 16 on the 24th of May, 1994. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had founded the mission of Nithyananda Sangha to revive KAILASA internationally at the age of 21 in 1999. You can see some of the photographs of these rare moments here. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded Adi KAILASA Sarvagnapitam on the 1st of January 2003. On the 4th of November 2002, Swamiji conducted the Bhumi Puja, or the consecration of the land of the Adi KAILASA Sarvagnapitam, and declared as the successor of the Bhagyanagara Sripura Sarvagnapitam on the 1st of January 2004. And the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam of the Suryavamsa lineage at age 26. And as well, reviver of the Adi Pallava Sarvagnapitam in 2007, coronated as the successor of the Kashi Sarvagnapitam in 2008, declared as and coronated as the Mahamandaleshwar of the Supreme Pontiff of, the Mahamandaleshwar, which is the supreme spiritual head of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order and the youngest Mahamandaleshwar at age 35. And as well coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tanjavur Adinam in 2014, and the Tiruvarur Adinam, and also the Vedaranyam Adinam, which are all, which once used to be sovereign Hindu papal states, and as well protectors of the ancient Hindu heritage. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adinam in 2015, and as well coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Adipita Kolada Mutt in 2015, and as well elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders at the age of 37 in 2015. And revered as the most prolific and most viewed guru in the digital world, read and watched by more than 1 billion plus followers in Hinduism, and leading the world's greatest digital Hindu nation with 1 billion lives enriched and 1 billion lives enriched. And with over 27 years of tireless humanitarian services and initiatives, including a free vegetarian food bank, medical services, natural disaster relief, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution and peace initiatives, sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies. And as well authored over 1,250 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, translated into 50 languages, and with over 20 million copies of these books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and as well established the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books, and over 10,000 hours of discourses with over 1 billion views on social media, and respected as the commentator of sacred scriptures such as the Upanishad, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, and the Jain Sutras. As well honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded and internationally recognized Hindu leader. Acclaimed as one of the top 100 spiritually influential living personalities by Watkins' Mind, Body, Spirit magazine, the reviver of the Sovereign Order of KAILASA, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and the Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and the Hindu diaspora, who are working for global peace and a superconscious breakthrough for humanity, and establisher of the largest Hindu university in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries. And as well, the establisher of 1,000 plus KAILASA Enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvagnapitas. So with this, it brings us to a conclusion of this introduction for today's program. And once again, I welcome each and every one of you to journey with us through this glimpse into the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program and be guided by Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother herself. We'll now be entering into the next segment, which is the demonstration of extraordinary Shaktis demonstrated by the Nithyananda Gurukul Balasants, who will be first giving us an explanation, an introduction to Shaktis, and then demonstrating for you the possibility which lies ahead of you. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with you after a quick break. let us first be introduced for what are these Shaktis and what they can do for you, how exactly you can manifest the extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva. The Balasans, or the Nithyananda yogis, initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, will be demonstrating the powers of the third eye and sharing with all the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of divine powers awakened in us through the Diksha. And with every darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we receive the initiation and we are awakened into the powers of third eye. And the third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would through two eyes. And the powers that you can manifest are the third eye power, which is seeing without the physical biological eyes, and as well as scanning the thought current. In the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis. Manifesting powers, Shaktis are described as system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of human consciousness. And Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine and you need to manifest divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach divine. And there's fundamental differences between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shaktis expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection and high integrity with the Guru, and Shaktis are the source of enlightenment. And Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment. Siddhis are on the path of enlightenment. The Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way, and Shaktis are permanent. Siddhis are not permanent. Siddhis also might divert you from enlightenment. And what is the source of these Shaktis exactly? Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, form, and causality. As a fundamental base of Avyakta, Avyakta is the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence. He performs the Panchakritya, the five cosmic acts of Srishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008 living incarnation of Paramashiva and representative of Paramashiva, the reviver of KAILASA, which is the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it has been a cradle for enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It is where these sciences and the science of enlightenment was taught and lived as a lifestyle. And for the first time today, in the modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking way and never accomplished before. The knowledge and the science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next through Diksha, initiation by the enlightened gurus. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being recognized as the incarnation as at a very young age, actually before birth itself, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions around the world, and to manifest these same powers in the disciplines of Vedanta and Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga, Yogic sciences, Siddha Vidya, science of Oshada, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva and Paramashiva Vijnana. You can see here a couple of examples of the gurus of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And now let us understand how we can awaken the divine Shaktis inside of us. every ultimate truth or jnana, it mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as a power, possibility of every being, prajnana. The next slide, please. And the science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidence. One is the Shastra Pramana, the eternal, unchangeable truths of the source scriptures, the Apta Pramana, the experiences and results of the Aptas, the great authorities of Hinduism, the rishis and scientists who time-tested and verified the science. The Atma Pramana, or the account of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is this millennium's avatar. And finally, we have the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Yes, and Vedas are the ultimate superior authority of Hinduism. Vedas are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained, and Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. Vedas and Agamas or Vedagamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And the reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. Yes. So now let us understand the power of body scanning. Before we go into this, if you already know what is the power of body scanning, what you have to do, what is in store for you, then you can go ahead and comment in the comment section of YouTube in order to request for your body scan, and the Bala Sense will be able to scan you. And if you do not know what is the power of body scanning, I'm just going to give you a brief explanation now with the Pramana as well. The power of body scanning is being able to divine literally the different kinds of diseases, the ailments, the diagnosed issues that you might have been through previously or currently, and it also provides solutions from the awakened third eye for all of the above. The next slide, please. So let us just see the Shastra Pramana as we're discussing the scriptural reference to manifest the powers of body scanning. I'll now be chanting this verse from the Vijnana Vairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshma tarani cha tatvani yani nilayam dhadvante vyajyate para. Which means Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply from the subtle to the subtlest truths and constitutive principles of your whole body or the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in the cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And the Apta Pramana, the reference of the power of body scanning from the life of a Siddha, is the story of Terayar. Terayar was a Siddha, one of the most prominent disciples of Agastya Muni, and one day a man suffering from a severe headache had come to Agastya Muni for healing. Agastya used the power of body scanning in order to identify that actually the cause of his headache was a small type of frog inside of his brain, a Tere, and sitting in the person's brain. And Agastya immediately instructed Terayar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person was healed and cured of the headache. And thus he gained the name Terayar. Yes, and the Atma Pramana, the account from the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Of course, from the very beginning of the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji has continuously been manifesting and radiating these powers. And especially this power of body scanning, there's so many thousands to testify, to show how much Swamiji has healed, and also how Swamiji was able to simply be able to see the correct problem that somebody is going through. And here we have an example of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism having done the power of body scanning on himself. In fact, in 2019, Swamiji had revealed only when I had the multiple compound fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. They detect heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge, and immediately I used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. And through body scanning, I found out what the problem was, imbalances had happened, and where the balance had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. So that is the Atma Pramana. And the Sakshi Pramana, the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of this happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can see here so many different examples of people who are excitedly posting about how they successfully body scanned. And one person says body scanning saw lung issues and dizziness. The lady has had lung issues since birth and fainted last week. It's very interesting many times how this manifests through the initiated disciples. And you're going to be able to witness now the live Sakshi Pramana, the demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis. So stay tuned. And if you want to have a live body scan right now, please do comment in the comment section. In order to comment, you do need to be a member of the YouTube channel, KAILASA's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. So please do become a member. And today we'll be able to body scan you and give solutions from the third eye. So stay tuned, and we'll be joined by the Nithyananda Gurukul Balasants. In the meantime, please do comment if you'd like to have a body scan. And we'll be right back with you after just a quick break.
What I mean by the word KAILASA, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to KAILASA, it's okay. KAILASA can come to you. KAILASA coming to you is KAILASA. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. KAILASA's enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved, and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach.
Nithyananda, we welcome you all back. Now, to each and every one of you that heard about these extraordinary Shaktis and that are curious to see and to experience what are Shaktis. Before we enter into a demo, we have a very exciting news for each and every one of you all that are wanting to know more about Shaktis. This segment is not just to share with you all or show you all about the science of extraordinary Shaktis, but this segment is mainly to inform each and every one of you all that what you are seeing is possible for you, and it is easily possible just through a Diksha. You too can experience, glimpse and taste and enjoy these Shaktis in your day-to-day life as well. So today, the power that we are going to be seeing, like Manitya Sadashiva in the chat, is the power of body scanning. Now, you may be sitting somewhere in Australia, you may be somewhere in India, in the Europe, any place that you are from right now. Wherever you are sitting, with your consent, we will be able to scan through the third eye by connecting with Swamiji and diagnose any issues that you have, any medically diagnosed issues that you have, right from blood pressure, sugar, or you have some aches or pains, or you have some breathing difficulties, any issues that you have in your body, we will be able to scan and diagnose it. And of course, this is in no way an equivalent or a substitute or an alternative to any kind of medical diagnosis whatsoever. This is only the pure manifestation of consciousness, from the space of oneness, the deep feeling connection with Paramashiva in his human form as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. So therefore, we highly encourage each and every one of you, any suggestion or anything that we share through the third eye, please do consult with your physician. Please take a medical opinion before you apply or practice any of these solutions. So anybody who's watching right now, you want to see what it means to have a body scanning, or you want to experience it, please go ahead. You can leave a comment in the comment section.
Just
you can request
comment
for body
and
scanning.
you can get live body scanning done. And the revival of such powers that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been tirelessly working for and doing for the last 26 plus years. The way it just transforms an individual, and by transforming every individual, the way it transforms that collective consciousness and gives the superconscious breakthrough. It is just amazing. So beautifully, Swamiji describes how amoeba to fish was a physical breakthrough. That evolution was a physical breakthrough. Fish to a monkey was both physical and mental breakthrough. Monkey to man, physical, mental, and conscious breakthrough. But unfortunately, for thousands of years, human beings are stuck. The next evolution has to happen, and that is the superconscious breakthrough. All of us becoming superconscious beings. And that is why the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has descended on this planet. And we had the grand Avatara Dinotsava celebrations that happened yesterday. And where we had like the whole day celebrations happening. And even now, the Nithyanandotsavam is continuing. So anybody that are tuning in, watching us live right now, if you would like to have your body to be scanned, you don't need to do anything. You can just put your name and leave a comment saying you would like to have a body scan for you. And all we are going to be doing is just connecting with Swamiji. And through the third eye, the power of the third eye that Swamiji initiated us with, we are going to be connecting with you, and we will be able to see what are the issues that are there in your body. And we'll also be able to share with you what is the issue, what is the root cause of the issue, whatever is being revealed by your third. So go ahead and leave your comment.
You all can go ahead and take a few minutes to leave your comment, and you can give us your consent for you to experience the power of body scanning. And in the meanwhile, any of you that are watching this right now live, please understand that these Shaktis are possible for each and every one of you as well. Every day we have the blessed power manifestation sessions, which is directly guided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through the trained acharyas who come and help you all manifest the Shaktis with the science as exactly given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So each and every day at around 8 a.m. Indian Standard Time and at around 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time, each and every one of you will have these segment, the power manifesting session. So you too can be part of the Kailash Courtyard manifesting powers session and learn and apply and use these Shaktis in your lives as well. So you all can take a few minutes to comment, and we'll be right back with you all after a short break.
What I mean by the word KAILASA, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to KAILASA, it's okay. KAILASA can come to you. KAILASA coming to you is KAILASA.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. KAILASAs, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet, thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity.
Nithyananda, welcome back to all the viewers. We have Vikrant Vahaya, who is requested for body scanning. Yes, Aya. Sure, we'll manifest the power of body scanning for you, Aya.
So now she's actually chanting the Mahavakya, connecting with Swamiji and scanning Vikrant Vahaya, who has commented in the YouTube comment section, requesting for a body scanning to be done. Like this, even anyone else who would like your body to be scanned, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. So Vikrant Vahaya, he is requesting, Ma, want a body scan for concentration issues. Sure, yeah. So now Ma Nithyananda will put this question into her third eye and will share with you whatever the third eye reads. Actually, through having this power and like using this power many times, the way you'll understand, the way you'll cognize, even sometimes you might be suffering with some psychological issue and you would be thinking and blaming yourself for it. You might be thinking, oh, I'm like this because of myself, I'm this, I'm that, and you'll be putting yourself down. You might be thinking and treating it as a mental issue. But many times the root of that issue would be just in your physical body. Like for example, you might be so non-involved in things. You might not be able to get involved with things. But the thing would not be directly with your involvement, but it is actually because your stomach, your gut is not clean. So such things, the moment when Paramashiva reveals these things to us, the blind spots in us get clear.
Yes, actually, that was a very beautiful context because what I saw was something very similar and related to that. Yeah, one thing that I saw is there is a lot of toxins in your body. Till that is clear, if you see, you'll be very distracted, very not just distracted, but very agitated. Means you will not be able to put yourself completely into something because of the toxins in your system. The stomach is actually your body is extremely like heat based. It means very easily, even a slight increase on heat will have a huge impact because already your body is having a lot of heat inside it, especially your stomach area. I can literally see like a red layer when I'm scanning that, I can see like a red color highlight there because it is so sensitive. On top of that, there's a lot of toxin buildup which has happened over the year because of medications, some medicines that you're taking. That's one thing that I saw. And just each day, 11 minutes of unclutching will go a long way for you to build your concentration. And you need to watch satsangs on listening, and please do the completion every day, just 11 minutes in the morning. When you get up morning, the first thing you can do is just sit. If you have an Atmamurti, it will be great. You can sit next to Swamiji's Atmamurti just for 11 minutes. Chant the Mahavakya sincerely without any kind of distractions and just be with yourself. In that 11 minutes, however you visualize your day to be, you literally print it out and manifest it on the day. So just consciously you can spend those 11 minutes chanting the Mahavakya, bring the space of completion and awareness. You will see tremendous increase in your concentration area, like your focus. And please do attend to detoxifying your system, because if your heat increases, there's so much of agitation in the body, because of which the focus by itself will never happen. Listening or focus will not happen. So if you can drink a lot of tender coconut water and buttermilk or something to cool your body and to detox your system, neem juice, if you just consume all of that, you will see huge healing, huge shift in your body. So Vikrant Vaya, this is what I saw, and you can get back to us in the comment section if you were able to relate to it. And yes, and now in the interest of time, we'll be moving on to the further segments of today's program, and we thank you all. And Aya has responded saying, Ma, what is the solution for removing toxins? For you, actually, what I saw is buttermilk, consuming buttermilk and tender coconut water, and neem juice every day morning. And just this three, if you keep consuming, and also you can have boiled jeera with water. If you just consume these, the detoxification will happen. And you have to do yoga. So all these by doing and unclutching. That's the main thing that is just unclutching. 11 minutes of unclutching, you'll become so sensitive and aware of your system. So anything that is happening, you will be able to immediately fix it. Vikrant Vaya has commented, yes, ma, I'm on medications. So please do, we suggest you to kindly do these solutions and try this. It will have a beautiful impact on your system. It will lead you to completion and living a healthy and a blissful life. So of course, you can always consult your physician before following this, and we encourage you to do the unclutching and all these solutions shared so that you can have a blissful life. We thank you so much for tuning in today, and all the viewers that are watching us live right now, you all can stay tuned. We'll be right back with you all after a short break, entering to the next segment.
What I mean by the word KAILASA, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to KAILASA, it's okay. KAILASA can come to you. KAILASA coming to you is KAILASA.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. KAILASA, Enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become KAILASIan.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt.
Yes, welcome back to all the viewers, and I hope that you have been able to witness for yourselves the possibility which lies ahead of you, the body scanning and the demonstration of powers. And I also once again invite each and every one of you to become a member today of the YouTube channel, KAILASA's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. And as well, I see Ma Ashwika, welcome to KAILASA's Bronx, who has just become a member. And Ashwika is also asking, can I ask for an Akashic reading? Ma, we actually do the power of body scanning here on this platform. And you can ask for a request for a body scan, which is slightly different from the Akashic reading. Akashic reading is a very, very a profound power, which is when the Balasans are invoking Kalabhairava himself and accessing the dimension of space in order to access the archives, the cosmic archives. And they'll be revealing the past, present, and future, and so on and so forth. These will be available, and many times they are available, so I invite you to stay tuned to this program and stay tuned to further announcements for the next Akashic readings, which will be available on the by the Balasans. Of course, the Supreme Pontiff himself does the darshan, Sundareshwara and Parashakti, and more than anything else, it is his grace and his blessings to be able to receive the Akashic reading directly from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And if you'd like to have a power of body scan by Nithyananda Gurukul Balasans, which is mainly related to your health, your body, and also giving a solution from your third eye. All of these are available usually around 4:15 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So every single day we will be opening up this platform for the power of body scanning. And Mahashwanika, you can ask for a power of body scan at that time. And do stay tuned for the announcements for when we're going to have the next Akashic reading. So now, without further ado, let's move on to the next segments, the next parts of today's program, which is understanding and being introduced to the divine feminine consciousness, Devi Parashakti. Devi Parashakti is, as we were discussing before, the cosmic mother, and we can connect to her in the most sweetest and enjoyable way. It is the sweetest, rich culture and tradition in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, known as the Shakta Sampradaya, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself is an ardent follower and worshipper. and has himself carved deities of Rajarajeshwari, of Bhuvaneshwari, from the very young age of 10 years old. And I invite you to go to nithyanandapiya.org in order to have a glimpse into the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to see his work, his contributions, and the manifestation of the superconscious energy through Swamiji. So with this, now let us chant the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti as we are dedicating this whole program in reverence to Devi Parashakti. We are going to invoke now with these Dhyana Shlokas the presence of Devi Parashakti among us. So now we'll be chanting the Dhyana Shloka. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayanamanikyamulispurat taranayaka shekaram smitamukhim mapina vakshoruham panibhyam malipurna ratna chashakam raktotpalab bipratim saumyam ratna gadastaratna charanam dhyaye paramambikam. And this means the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in vermilion, red body with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, one hand holding the jeweled cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. And then we have the next Dhyana Shloka, which is also for the Lalita Sahasranama. Arunam karunam tarangitakshim dritapasham kushapushpabana chapam animadibhiravritam mahuke mahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. Which means I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. And she holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and a flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima, and she is herself within me. And as you can see, just as exactly in this description, Devi Parashakti has given us darshan today, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has ensured that Devi Parashakti is giving darshan in that exact form, with the noose, the goad, the bow, the flowery arrow, and eyes full of compassion. That is exactly how Devi Parashakti appears to each and every one of us. And we have the most divine opportunity, the divine blessing to be able to witness, be in her presence, even just for a few minutes during this time. And at this time, during the Akashic reading, many times Devi Parashakti has introduced her own self and has given a profound revelation as to how she came into existence. And these are some of the most profound and eloquent words, which I would like to share with each and every one of you now. Yes. Devi Parashakti says, raising as the Omkara, expressing as the Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Srimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in the 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is Kailasa Sri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani Meenakshi, and as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupadi, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramoli, Rapala, Aparana, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I came blessing people. To do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. Devi Parashakti beautifully continues, raising an Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva herself manifesting as the source of existence, the powers of existence, the expression of existence from the oneness of Om, blossoming as two, as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as the three, as Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, and Jnana Shakti, growing as the 4 Vedas, expanding as the 5 Panchabhutas, beyond the 6 chakras, filled as the Gotras of 7 Rishis, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond the 6 chakras, and expanding as the 8 directions, existing as 9 grahas, blossoming as 10 indriyas, being as the 11 rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life, to tell and to make truth blossom and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless everyone. And now, Swamiji gives us a beautiful way to receive Devi Parashakti with the best of hearts and sacred inner space. Swamiji says, literally, excuse me, literally in that moment, you're seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti. She is there in your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. Keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of the screen and watch Devi. The coin is The coin is considered to be traditional dakshina in the Hindu tradition. It can be the lowest value in India. It can even be 1 paise. In the US, it can even be 1 cent. And Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep 1 cent even. It is okay.
What I mean by the word KAILASA, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to KAILASA, it's okay. KAILASA can come to you. KAILASA coming to you is KAILASA.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. KAILASAs, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet Earth. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years.
Yes. Welcome back. Sorry for that unexpected pause. So as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was describing, you can keep this tambulam and with the traditional dakshina, you can collect it and you can donate. You can offer it to KAILASA in Los Angeles after it has accumulated. And you can offer this, the betel leaf, the betel nut, and the betel and the banana, as well as the coin, to Devi Parashakti during the darshan. And this might even seem very small to you, but after some time, after a few days, you will see its value, its ability to be able to break the unconsciousness inside of us, the unconscious mentality. And you will really feel that Devi Parashakti is there. You will not take the Devi Darshan for granted. And rituals are able to break the monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful condition. It will break your unconscious behavior. So now, as you can see in this picture, we have, in this next slide, we'll have a couple of photographs of the samples of the tambulam offering. And this is a very simple but effective offering that you can do in order to just receive Devi Parashakti, offer your gratitude, and receive her with the utmost gratitude and love. And you can also add a coconut, red bangles, red vastram, a few flowers to the plate. You can arrange it as it is here as well, if you'd like to. But the required items are the betel leaf, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. Yes. So now we're going to be entering into the next segment of today's program, which is the various different Akashic readings that Devi Parashakti has revealed. As we have been witnessing over the course of the last 6 to 7 months, Devi Parashakti has given us profound revelations, not just for individuals, but for humanity as a whole, guiding each and every one of us. And in our Puranas, there are many times that the avatar manifests, the divine manifests on earth in order to lead the whole humanity in the current situation and lead the whole humanity to the next breakthrough. And in the Guru Paduka Stotram, composed by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, the very first verse describes how the Guru Paduka, the sacred feet of the Guru, is the boat that helps us cross the Ananta Samsara Samudra, the seemingly endless ocean of samsara or suffering. Excuse me. And well, just in order to remind us of that beautiful sentiment that Adi Shankaracharya carries, let us just chant that verse. Ananta samsara samudradara naukayita abhyam Sri Guru Bhakti Dabhyam Vairagya Samrajada Pujanabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Yes. The meaning of this verse goes, salutations to the sandals of a Guru, which is the boat that helps me cross this endless ocean of life, which endows me with a sense of devotion to my Guru, and by worship of which I attain the dominion of this renunciation. Many of us can really feel the same sentiment that Adi Shankaracharya would have written these beautiful verses, feeling stuck in that same storming ocean and only having the Guru's hand as a way, as a protection, and as literally a boat that is sailing us through this pralaya. Many of us are feeling that same storming, raging ocean surrounding us on all sides, and so much suffering overwhelming us. And this might be due to our loved ones dying or our homes being destroyed, or even the social institutions around us crumbling. As we see this, the whole humanity can seriously understand that we are in desperate and dire need of hope. And it's at this time the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as a manifestation of the super consciousness in human form, out of his utmost love and compassion, the compassion of the whole universe itself, and having taken the spiritual responsibility of the whole humanity, is manifesting Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, and guiding us and healing the whole world as literally the boat that sails us through the pralaya, the cosmic deluge. And Devi Parashakti is manifesting through the Nijavadara and answering our prayers, granting boons, healing us, and not only attending to us individually, but also humanity at large. Devi Parashakti has guided the whole humanity in the form of the revelations of profound sacred secrets, showing us the future regarding global issues, the COVID pandemic, natural disasters such as fires and floods, and even the twisted human conspiracies and underground wars, which have not yet surfaced to common knowledge as yet. And in this segment, we will be elaborating on the statistical, scientific, and scriptural references of each sacred revelation, which is manifested precisely as the guidance emerged from Devi Parashakti herself. And for us to deeply imbibe and start following, Devi Parashakti continues to protect us until the storm ends and we are safely harbored at the shores of our consciousness. Today, we're going to be seeing one of the revelations Devi Parashakti has made on sea levels rising. And with the ongoing global crisis of global warming, this might not come as a surprise to people. But on the 19th of May, exactly 24 hours before an extremely significant event, Devi Parashakti warned the whole humanity of the sea levels rising. Let us understand this and let us see this with our own eyes from the Akashic reading on 19th of May, 2021.
ஓம் ஓம் ஆண்ட்ரியாஸ் கல். மூன்றாம் உலகப் போரிலிருந்து தப்பிக்க எந்நாடு பாதுகாப்பென்று கேட்கின்றாய், கேட்டுக்கொள் சொல்வதை எல்லாம். மத்திய கிழக்கிலே போர், இந்தியாவில் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று மற்றும் கடல் உயர் எழும்பல் எனும் மூன்றில் இருந்தும் காவல் கைலாசம் ஒன்றே. வாழ்விற்கு அதுவே நன்றே. முடிந்தால் வந்து சேர்ந்திடு. ஓம் ஓம். ஓம் ஓம். ஆண்ட்ரியாஸ் கல். மூன்றாம் உலகப் போரிலிருந்து தப்பிக்க எந்நாடு பாதுகாப்பென்று கேட்கின்றாய், கேட்டுக்கொள் சொல்வதை எல்லாம். மத்திய கிழக்கிலே போர், இந்தியாவில் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று மற்றும் கடல் உயர் எழும்பல் எனும் மூன்றில் இருந்தும் காவல் கைலாசம் ஒன்றே. வாழ்விற்கு அதுவே நன்றே. முடிந்தால் வந்து சேர்ந்திடு. ஓம் ஓம்.
Yes. So now let us understand what Devi Parashakti had revealed in English. You are asking which country is safe to escape the Third World War. Listen, everything which is said: war in the Middle East, deadly corona in India, and rising sea levels. Protection for all these three is the one and only KAILASA. Only it is good for your life, if possible, come and reach. And on the 19th of May 2021, while answering the prayers of one of the devotees, Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, warned about the sea level rising and cascading effects of climate change crisis on humanity. Exactly as Devi revealed, the very next day, on the 20th of May 2021, the biggest ever iceberg broke, which was 70 times the size of Manhattan, posing a huge threat to humanity, causing the sea levels to drastically rise. So we're going to be seeing in this segment a couple of the scientific articles and about sea levels rising as per Devi's revelations. And on the 20th of May, the world's largest iceberg broke off in the Antarctic shelf. You're seeing here an article from ABC News where it describes an enormous chunk of ice bigger than Rhode Island has broken off the Antarctic shelf. According to the European Space Agency, the floating mass covers more than 1,600 miles, making it the largest iceberg in the world. And this is a very, very astonishing fact. So just within 24 hours, what Devi revealed had come true, had literally emerged as truth. And of course, we're seeing that even the cascading effects, everything that has happened, that Devi is going exactly as Devi revealed. In fact, scientists have used several different kinds of calculations in order to warn the whole world about how global mean sea level is rising. And even under the most modest scenarios, scientists expect sea level will rise to affect the Earth's coastline significantly in the coming centuries. And what does this mean exactly? How will it affect human population? If you're asking, more than 40% of the United States cities and the United States population even are living in a coastal city. And you're seeing here an article by NASA where it's talking about the global sea level, saying the global sea level will rise 1 to 8 feet by 2100. Where it says global sea level has risen by about 8 inches since the reliable record keeping began in 1880. It is projected to rise another 1 to 8 feet by 2100. And this is a result of added water from melting land ice and the expansion of seawater as it warms. In the next several decades, storm surges, high tides could combine with sea levels rising and land subsidence to further increase flooding in many regions. The sea level will rise, continue past 2100 because the oceans take a very long time to reflect the change and in order to expand. So in the United States, as I was saying, almost 40% of the population lives in relatively high population density coastal areas. And globally, 8 of the world's 10 largest cities are near a coast, according to the UN Atlas of Oceans. And That means that this 40% of the population, which means millions of people, need to relocate, which is affecting millions more people. And they need to uproot their lives and move to a select destination where they'll be safe, where they'll be able to invest in their future as well. And we also see that nuisance flooding is 300 to 900 more 300 to 900% more frequent than it was 50 years ago. Higher background levels mean that deadly and destructive storm surges, such as those associated with Hurricane Katrina, Superstorm Sandy, and Hurricane Michael, push farther inland than they once did. Higher sea level also means more frequent high tide flooding, sometimes called nuisance flooding. You're seeing an example here in the picture. The next slide, please. So what is causing the sea level to rise? The global warming is the first and primary cause for sea level to rise, and it happens in two ways exactly. First, glaciers and ice sheets worldwide are melting and adding water to the ocean. And second, the volume of the ocean is expanding as the water warms. A third, much smaller contributor is the sea level rise is a decline in the amount of liquid water on land, that is aquifers, lakes and reservoirs, rivers, and soil moisture. This shift of liquid water from land to ocean is largely due to groundwater pumping. Here you're seeing an example of the Purdeston Glacier. In 1917, the glacier existed as a very massive chunk of ice. And in 2005, less than 100 years later, we're seeing the entire land completely wiped, completely clear of ice, and it is simply a grassland. So it really shows us that just within 100 years, just within the last century, we have gone through a huge shift in global warming, and that has changed the scope of our Earth, literally. And not only this, but there are so many others, other different kinds of effects of the sea level rising. And even the pace of the global sea level rise more than doubled from 1.4 millimeters per year throughout most of the 20th century to 3.6 millimeters per year from 2006 to 2015. In this picture, we are seeing the numbers of Greenland, ice loss in Greenland. And from 1992 to 2001, the ice loss in Greenland was 34 billion tons per year. But in 2012 to 2016, which is just a 4-year period, it was the the ice loss was 247 billion tons per year. This massive difference is extremely shocking and shows us that the global sea level rise, the pace of it is also increasingly destructive, accelerating, and a huge warning for each and every one of us. In August of 2021, the UN published a code red warning of the worsening global warming and rising sea levels, which Devi Parashakti had given us a warning back in May. You can see here the warning article from from AP, where it's saying that code red, UN scientists warn of worsening global warming that happened in August 10th, 2001. And further in the warning article of the UN, it says that some harm from climate change, including dwindling ice sheets, rising sea levels, and changes in the ocean as they lose oxygen and become more acidic, is irreversible for centuries to millennia. And it's also saying the world is locked in to 15 to 37 centimeters of sea level rise by mid-century. And even if we significantly curb the emissions in the coming decades, more than a third of the world's remaining glaciers will melt before the year 2100. And when it comes to sea ice, 95% of the oldest and thickest ice in the Arctic is already gone. So we are in a very grave state as far as it comes to sea level rising and our oceans. And that does not just affect sea ecosystems, ocean ecosystems, and coastal cities. It affects many more people. In fact, in CNN, we have an article here that shows us about the floods that were the cascading effects of the sea level rising, as we described before, and the floods, how they have wiped out entire towns, have made them entirely inhabitable, uprooting families and so many people, making them need to relocate in an emergency basis without any needs, without anything that they can collect, and also literally being killing or devastating the lives of so many people who have lost their loved ones. We are seeing a couple more examples here from Science Journal about Europe's deadly floods that happened earlier this year in July, and how much that has affected our how much that has affected the population there, how much the scientists, everyone is extremely wary and shocked, and warning the whole public to take heed now of their warnings. Yes, and as one of the largest global crises that is ongoing right now, unfortunately today global warming is probably the least attended to. We're not answering the right questions. We're not attending to the right problems that will solve global warming once and for all. And one of the backbone principles of Sanatana Hindu Dharma that is cohesive and that is productive for healing Mother Earth, for clearing global warming, for ensuring that we have a beautiful coexisting relationship with Mother Earth and all living and sentient beings, is Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha, means non-violence. Non-violence is the greatest principle, which is told again and again in Mahabharata. And Swamiji explains that non-violence has such a unique quality of healing Mother Earth in this next video that we're going to watch. A cool technique on how we can build a relationship with Mother Earth and be able to manifest miracles in our lives.
The human beings have become so distanced from the real life, are ready to explore things. We become so far away from, at least I can tell you from my experience, village boy. When I was 5 or 6, I opened all the alarm clocks in my house and I'll set it back, put it back. I don't see all that in the modern day kids. It's all about that stupid cell phone. Involvement with the reality has drastically reduced. Our whole life is nothing but the screen. Whether your love, your relationships, even your sex, everything is limited to that screen. Am I right? Almost. No, almost. Everything has been reduced to that screen. Involvement with the reality has drastically come down. It is so unfortunate, especially the food, the plastic food dumped into your system. See, all the things which you eat, none of them have life. They are all not grown from life. My guru used to tell, please walk without chappal or covering your feet. Whatever grows in that land, eat, because Mother Earth records when you walk without shoes
what all the ingredients are missing in your body. She records what you need for your body, nutrients or vitamins, whatever. Whatever is missing in your body, she produces in that food which grows in that land. And eat that and live. It is too mind-boggling concept. I tell you, only after I started doing it, I realized you don't need any external medicine if you know to live with the nature. Mother Earth, Bhumata, walk on the earth without shoes. In that land, what grows will supply exactly what you need for your body. Looks too difficult to believe. But after I started doing that, I realized it. Your body does not need any other medicine, anything else. Actually, maybe 2 years before, due to these continuous classes, day and night, and in the night time, the web-based programs for the outside India, all these, my whole eating habits have gone chaos, and no question of rest. It became like a too much on the system. So I had some stomach issues. I remembered my guru telling this, walk on the earth and what grows eat. So I started walking without chappal for a few days. Suddenly I saw in my courtyard a new plant coming up. No seed, nothing, just coming up. I was wondering what is going on. How come suddenly, between the rocks actually, between the rocks, new plant coming up. And one of the devotee Ayurvedic doctor, he said, Swamiji, if you can get this plant and add it in your food, your stomach will be completely healed. I said, where to get? When he walked into the courtyard, he said, this is the plant. This is the plant. Throughout the campus we searched, we did not find another one. Nobody knows from where the seed has come, from where the plant has come. Understand, it is not that just for me miraculously nature is doing. It is the nature's life. I was ready to play with it, so she showed the miracles to me. Anybody willing to play with her, she shows her miracles to you. Nature is miraculous. If we are ready to play, she shows it. She demonstrates her love, her care. If we go back to the food with life, our life also will start more interacting, more alive, more vibrant, more overflowing.
Yes. So with this, understand that there is the solution in Sanatana Hindu Dharma for the crisis that we are facing at hand for the whole humanity. And Devi Parashakti has given us the solutions for these crises. Now, in the next segment, we have a way to offer our gratitude for Devi Parashakti. and offer our love as she has manifested and she has come down and guided each and every one of us, especially during these very tumultuous times, as each and every one of us across the world, no matter what, are going through one thing or another. So now we'll be entering into the next segment on the various different offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti and to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And we'll be also then moving on into the Avatar Dhinotsava celebrations. After yesterday's beautiful Avatar Dhinotsava celebrations, now today it is not done yet. We are continuing forward. So now let's get into the offerings to Devi Parashakti. The first offering, as we have, is the E-Hundi offering, and Devi Parashakti is described in the Lalita Sahasranamam as the one who bestows all of the grace, compassion, even to the devotee who has even just an inch of devotion in them. Just because she is described as Bhakti Priya. In the verse, it describes her Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha, Shambhavi Sharadaradhya Sharvani Sharmadaini, which means Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion, and she removes all fears. So if there's any fear in the minds of a devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear. And it is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here it is meant the autumn of our lives, when thoughts turn more and more inwards. Many of us are going through that phase right now. And that is why Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism today. So you can offer this E-Hundi offering. Once again, it's an offering of any amount, just out of your gratitude. You can offer it either through the YouTube Super Chat or through the gateways that we will go over as well. The next slide, please. The next offering is the this is Sankalpa offering, a very powerful mantra that literally can manifest whatever you want into reality. It's a powerful prayer that is able to harness the inner strength, inner sacred inner space in order to manifest what you want into reality. And here we have a verse from the Saundarya Lahari where it says, "Let the mantras I chant with the sacrifice in my soul become chanting of your very name." And this gives the blessings for both the unasked and the asked, the remembered and the forgotten wishes to manifest the grace of Parashakti. Yes, and the next offering we have is the Devi Sahasranama Swarna Kasu. This is the the Swarna Kasu means the golden necklace, the golden coin necklace. And on each of these coins, the Sahasranama, one of the names of the Devi Parashakti, is inscribed. So you can have the blessings to manifest and awaken the multiple divine feminine attributes and powers of Devi Parashakti. And as well, this offering comes in several different denominations, so you can make it as well. Next slide. We also have the Mukta Anguti, which gives you the blessings to protect you from all dangers and all fears. And in the Devi Suktam, it is described that let the goddess who brings good fortune, who is praised by the gods, who is served by Devendra, who is praised by Devas, troubled by Asuras, who is praised and remembered as devotion, to her solves all, who is the source of all good in the world. Let the goddess destroy all obstacles. The next offering is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, which is the golden lotus. In the Lakshmi Ashtakam, the Devi Mahalakshmi is described Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Mukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute, which means Devi who bestows accomplishments and intellect, who showers worldly prosperity, and Devi who powers the subtle mantra of the cosmos. I bow down to you, O Devi Mahalakshmi. The Swarna Padma Pushpa represents abundance and is a representative of Lakshmi. So you can have the blessings for attracting positive relationships in personal and business dimensions. The next offering is the Swarnametti, the golden toe ring, as an offering to adorn the divine lotus feet of Devi Parashakti. In the Saundarya Lahari, it says that Lord Brahma, the creator of horse, selects the dust of your feet, O Devi, and creates he this world. the great Adishesha with his 1,000 heads, somehow he carries your dust, the dust of your feet, and with effort great. And the great Lord Rudra takes it and powders it nice and uses it as holy ash. So this offering of the Swaranameti is a very, very special offering that you can do to adorn the feet of Devi Parashakti, and gives you the blessings for a life of leadership qualities by offering worship to the divine lotus feet of Devi Parashakti. And next we also have the Mang Tika. The Mang Tika is the hairline jewelry, and in the Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Devi Parashakti is described as Shuddha Sarabhi Varshini, meaning she who flows, she who makes the nectar flow from the Sahasrara Chakra, the crown center, to the Agnya Chakra. And this hairline jewelry is representative of the awakened Sahasrara Chakra, the open Sahasrara Chakra, and the nectar which is flowing from that 1,000-petaled lotus. So this gives you the blessings for enlightened lifestyle. We also have the next offering. Yes, the next offering is a very special offering, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And nobody, especially during this 21-day Brahmotsavam of the Avatara Dhinotsavam, do not miss offering the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Whether it is Sri Adi Shankaracharya thousands of years ago, or whether it is even Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, who sang the words Manasa Bhajre Guru Charanam upon realization of his incarnationhood early in the 1940s. And he sang Manasa Bhajre Guru Charanam, meaning my heart and my inner space sings of the greatness and the praises of the Guru's feet. And he continuously sang that as a beautiful way, an ode to the Guru. And of course, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, who describes the guru-disciple relationship through a profound and eloquent description and narration of his own relationship with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Arunagiri Yogeshwara, the very embodiment of Paramashiva, who manifested in the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for a 9-month period, a glorious period exclusive just for the guru-disciple relationship, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism imbibed the knowledge of Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana, which Swamiji is bringing to each and every one of us today. And through this Pratyaksha Pada Puja, you can yourself experience a glimpse and just immerse yourself into that beautiful guru-disciple relationship that all of our gurus, that the great enlightened beings are singing about since time immemorial. So don't miss this Pratyaksha Pada Puja. The next upcoming Pratyaksha Pada Puja is on January 3rd. And it's coming up in just a few days, on the very day where we are celebrating Swamiji's Jayanti, Swamiji's Avatar Dhinotsavam as per the Gregorian calendar. So we in KAILASA celebrate Swamiji's Jayanti, Avatar Dhinotsavam as per the Vedic calendar and as well as per the Gregorian calendar. So on January 3rd, we are celebrating the Avatar Dhinotsavam, and we're having full celebrations worldwide. So make sure that you are tuning in as well. You're offering the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Don't miss out. It is a very, very unique and a special event to offer this Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And we'll also go over how you can make an offering in just a little bit. And we also have the Vastra Seva. This is another offering that you can make at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. It's an offering that is happening during the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and it bestows one with the sweetest path to enlightenment with complete completion. So now we have a summary of all the different offerings that you can make. As you can see, there's so many different denominations, there's so many options. If you want to make an offering out of your gratitude, surely you have an option, that there is something that you can do today to make an offering and offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti, as she has manifested as a guide for each and every one of us. So yes, now you can see at kailasamailer.com/sevas, you can visit this site in order to make a payment for your for the offerings that you'd like to make today. And there's a couple of steps. If you'd like to make an intention to offer, please see step 1, and you can submit an intention. An intention is a very powerful declaration that you'd like to make an offering, that you want to make an offering, and you will manifest this offering, whether it is Pada Puja or whether it is any one of the gold offerings to Devi Parashakti. You can make an intention here. And also, even if you would like to make an offering at a later time, perhaps for a special occasion in your year and the upcoming year, then you can also submit an intention and you'll be able to get notifications for the upcoming sevas. And if you'd like to make an offering, if you're ready to make an offering, please go to the second link and where it says make offering here, click the link and you can select in the drop-down menu the offering that you want in the denomination that you want to do, and then you can add that to your cart. And once you have added to your cart, you can review your cart, make sure that you have everything. You are not repeating any offerings that you don't want to do, and then you can proceed to checkout. And here you can then fill out your billing details and your order, and you can see the various different options we have for the payment and place your order. So after that, you'll get an email with the order number. And with this order number, please go ahead to step number 3, which is filling in the Sankalpa details. And you can ensure that you are filling out this form with the payment order number and by filling out your prayer. This ensures that your name is chanted during the puja, and you're able all of the benefit of the puja, the offering, is going to you and your family. And also, if you'd like to make the Pratyaksha Puja offering today for during this Jayanti Brahmotsavam on January 3rd, then I invite you to visit kailasamailer.com/Jayanti2022. There is a landing page, a link right off of the main page, kailasamailer.com. And if you'd like to make an offering, and if you'd like to submit a request to make an offering, you can select the register now and fill out this brief questionnaire and form in order to ensure that you can go to the next steps of making an offering. And this will ensure that you are guided along in the process for you to make an offering in your Pratyaksha Pada Puja until you're sitting live in Nayana Diksha with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself and offering the puja. And so now, with this, it's coming to a conclusion of the offerings, the various different offerings that you can make today during this program and as well for the future programs upcoming. And now we are going to be entering into the celebrations, the ritualistic sevas and celebrations that are happening from Adi KAILASA Sarvajna Peetham, from the Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalayam. And I invite each and every one of you to stay tuned as we are still celebrating, and still each and every one of us across the world are participating in this Brahmotsavam. And do like, subscribe, follow, and become a member of KAILASA's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. And now I'll be moving on into the celebrations from Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalayam in a few short minutes. And we'll be moving on after a quick break.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.